there was a time during COVID that eggs were hard to find.
Yeah.
And we all know store-bought eggs have been washed and sterilized, and the bloom is washed off the eggs. Something I learned to do several years before this was to use food-grade mineral oil. You take a very light coating of food-grade mineral oil and coat the store. You rinse and wash the store-bought eggs in just tap water. Let them air dry. After about 6 to 8 hours, take a paper towel with a very light coating of food-grade mineral oil and do a very light rub down on the eggs. Let them set. Let them set aside for a half hour. Put them back in the cartons. Put them in the fridge. They will store for 4 to 6 months.
Stay refrigerated with the mineral oil.
Yes. Yeah. And that is to say, well, in Florida, refrigerated, if we were like in Michigan, Montana, where a nighttime daily temperature, you go back to my early life where my great grandparents had a spring house. Had a cold water spring coming up out of the limestone rock, locked up, worked around with a roof. My great grandfather stored meat, egg. My great grandfather stored a watermelon until New Year's Day. He waxed it in the greenhouse so he could have a watermelon on spring house days. My grandmother told me about that.
Wow.
And then again, he was also doing gin house. He was also doing bathtub gin during Prohibition. But there are workarounds to storing things. And the food grade mineral oil on eggs works. I stored eggs for 4 to 5 months after COVID in my fridge, bottom of the fridge. I took them out 4 to 5 months later, the last dozen or so. I cracked them perfectly fine. They were slightly dehydrated. You know, you have the little air gap inside the egg. After they've sat in there for a few months, that little air gap gets to become a little more intense as it goes. But they were not rotten. They were not spoiled. They were highly edible. Just by using food grade mineral oil to replace the natural bloom that the hen leaves on the eggs.